So I'm going to change my title of the presentation from Sustainable Project Management to Agile Project Management. Okay. All right. I'm very honored to be here, and also I'm very pleased to share our ideas about project management and also many hot topics in construction. I'm going to talk about sustainable project management. All right, and these days the hot topics is high competition in the world, in any industry, and also fourth industrial revolution is the hot topic. Everybody talks about fourth industrial revolution and convergence between areas, technologies, or industries. And also, they talk about deep learning, big data, ICT, AI, IoT, CPS, robot, healthcare, and so on. So these are the hot topics of these days in all the industry area. And also, the most important keyword is sustainability. And today, we also, many presenters talked about sustainability, and I'm going to again talk about some sustainability in Korean aspect. All right, as you know well, sustainable organizations must have these kinds of responsibilities. First, economical responsibility. Okay, they must run business successfully, and environmental responsibility, okay, and legal responsibility, ethical responsibility, and social responsibilities. All right, and sometimes when we do projects, we think of economic, environment, and social. As some people, especially Sarah, told us this morning. But sometimes we are not aware of legal responsibility or ethical responsibility of the project. So after the project's done, because of this, sometimes the projects are going to be in some problem. But anyway, and also I'd like to deliver or share with the trends in project management of these days, projectification of society. So these days, lots of projects are going on in the world. Okay, and according to the study of a German Project Management Association, about 40% of GDP of Germany is based on projects. And probably Australia may be similar, and I'm going to study on Korea, how much we depend on projects for the national GDP. And coping with complexity, so since the projects are going to be much more complex and more compound and complicated. Therefore, we need to adjust those complexity. And also transnationalization of project management. So maybe between Korea and Australia, we will have many global projects between us. So this collaborative symposium would be very helpful to develop these multinational projects. Professionalization of project management. As far as I know, in Australia there are many project managers as a job, but in Korea we do not have many. We cannot count. I don't know how many, but there are few. Okay, so we need to make a project manager as a profession. Projects as a business and stakeholder management, and now project management goes to boardroom. So this means the top management engagement and top management involvement in the project is really, really important. And let me tell you about the problem with top management engagement in projects in Korea just a few minutes later. Okay? And project-oriented organization and women in PM. Okay? And Carrie was, a president of, big association regarding, projects. And I think this is very good model. So we also want to have more women experts in project management. All right, so we always talk about the project success, or why do you apply project management? Because we want to complete the project successfully. So we all the time talk about project success. And then project is successful if all objectives are achieved. And here, what are the all objectives? Basically, time, cost, and quality, right? But these are the basics. There are many. And also, project success is less than project management success. And this is also less than organizational success. And this must go to the value. This is my first visit to Australia. And when I plan to come to Australia, my first visit plan was visiting Opera House. Because as a project management expert, I have heard about the story of Opera House so many times. So I really wanted to see and I wanted to know about Opera House, the behind the stories. But it's a fantastic. And fortunately, I've been to the concert at the Friday night. It was wonderful. So I don't want to believe any bad stories about opera. Just a fantastic one. Because it gives lots of value. The value of Australia to all the people in the world. So in that case, we need to define the definition of project success in different sense. Maybe value. Okay? Post-project values. There is 60% correlation between project success and project management success. I agree. And you have seen, this chaos report on IT projects, and still there are about 29% only successful. Okay. Actually, IPMA, the International Project Management Association of Europe, founded in 1965, and PMI of USA founded in 1969. So that means almost 50 years have passed. But still, IT projects, only 29% are successful. This means it's not easy, right? So in order to be agile, I like to skip this. Probably you know that. All right, so here, what is the success factor? For the successful factors, user involvement and executive management support. Okay. The middle management people strongly emphasize that project management is the key factor for project success. But if top management does not listen carefully, then it cannot be done. All right? So these days, we have very strong global standards. USA's PMIs are what? PMBOK, okay? And IPMA's competence baselines, and also ISO 21500, and also English Prince 2. They are very widely used global standards on project management, but they are different philosophies. PMBOK focuses on processes. IPMA competence baselines focus on competence of individuals and competence of organizations. All right? And Prince 2 also focuses on processes. So either process and competence. Maybe we need to combine them. Okay? So, since this is Australia-Korea collaboration symposium, so I think I need to deliver some situations or what's going on in Korea about project management for sharing ideas. So let me tell you about the project management in Korea. Development of PM in Korea first, and PM organizations in Korea, and PM education and training in Korea, and finally about PM research, which is done with TNI, DTC. Okay, before I go over the development in PM in Korea, you know well, Korea was really poor right after the Korean War. Okay, and Professor In-Han Kim this morning thanks to Australian support during Korean War. Australia sent 17,000 young soldiers to protect Korea. Okay, and maybe your help and your support, we live in democratic society now. And after 60 years later, we build up tremendous modern cities, especially Seoul and many industries. So many people in the world call the Han River miracle. We made it. We did it. Even we got the lots of help and support from many developed countries, but anyway, we did it. So that means we stood up from nothing to some business or industries to the top. Semiconductor is now global top. Okay. Anyway, project management was first introduced when we were started planning about nuclear power plant. Okay. It was late 1960s. So Korea started economic development plan from 1963, every 5 years. Okay, so the second phase, in order to develop more industries, plants, we need electricity. So, all other power plants cannot accommodate all the necessity of electricity. So the only solution was construction of nuclear power plant. We didn't have anything about knowledge, technology, and even project management. So we have contact with Bechtel of USA about the project management. So Bechtel engineers came to Korea and they set the plan. They estimated the cost and they estimated time, everything. So we just followed what they said. Okay? But anyway, KEPCO, which is the subsidiary company of Korea Electric Power Company, and KEPCO ENC adopted PM. They learned from Bechtel. Okay. So anyway, this nuclear power plant was very well operated for the last 40 years, and recently Korean government decided to stop. Okay, since it has been used for 30 years for the original use and extra 10-year expansion, and that is over. So now it is going to be shut down. Anyway, this is the beginning of project management in Korea. In 1992, Korean government was preparing for 2002 World Cup, Korea-Japan World Cup. So in order to move around for the visitors, we need some express train. So they planned this right after Seoul Summer Olympics in 1988. Okay, so anyway, it started 1992, and the original plan was 6 years of construction. But the Ministry of Transportation did not care about project management. So they just started this big project without project management. So right after 3 or 4 years, everything goes to chaos. Nothing worked. Therefore, they, called SOS. We need project management. So the first phase, no PM. The second phase with PM, all right, made a big difference. So anyway, 6 years delay and total budget estimation failure. So 3 times cost, more cost. But now, because of this big failure of project management, after that, they implemented project management really company-wide. So now we have successfully launched many express trains systems. So now we can move around South Korea Peninsula in about 2 hours. The longest is 2 hours. So it's pretty good. But we paid big money for that. Yeah. The next big symbolic project is Incheon International Airport. How many of you have been to Incheon Airport? Okay, so you understand what I'm going to say. This is 12-year consecutive winner of the best airport in the world. Okay? But now, let's talk about project management of this. This is also done by Ministry of Transportation. But the CEO of this project adopted Korean project management company. And it was KEPCO ENC, which is specialized for nuclear power plant. But they learned from Bechtel. That is the only Korean company who can do project management. So the CEO of Incheon Airport Construction Business Unit contracted with KEPCO. And also they implemented this project. Okay, project learning and also working. All right. So it was successfully launched, even though 4 years delay, because as you know, from 1998, Korea was under IMF economy. So actually, Korean government could not pay any. Or so this delay is because of economic crisis. But the value of the project is tremendous. And now recently, the second terminal is also completed. Very successful. Okay, so next year, he says he plans to have this symposium in Korea. So please come through the international airport. And please remember what I say today. Okay? Is excellent. All right. Next. Okay. So we have paid lots of lessons, money. Okay. Tuitions. Now this one, Incheon Bridge. This is about 21.38 kilometer bridge. Okay. From Incheon Airport to Songdo City. Okay. And here on the ocean. Okay, this is the 5th longest bridge over the ocean in the world. Okay, and this one have started with the project management. Even they hired and contracted with England. Okay, British project management company. It has no delay, no day delay. Okay, just exactly the planned day they completed. And no cost overall. So this successful project was recognized by IPMA. They applied since it was opened in 2009, but 6 years later they applied for the IPMA Project Excellence Award, and they got highest score ever in 50 years history of IPMA. They achieved premium gold winner. It was the first time. Okay. And so what I'm saying is we learned project management from nuclear power plant construction. We failed in big projects, very symbolic projects in Korea, but finally we succeeded. So that means we have capability. So I hope this capability to be sustainable. All right. Organizations. Okay. So as I mentioned, PMBOK, PMI, and IPMA, and Prince2, APM, and also many. So we have 4 different associations. Okay, so the first one, Korea Project Management Association. This is about use of PMBOK and PMI Korea chapter, IPMA Korea, and Industry Council of PM. So these 4 organizations. Okay, and since their establishment history is slightly different, and also as Carrie mentioned, construction people must respect and support each other, right? So, and also 2 academic societies. Korea Society of Industry and Systems Engineering has a PM Research Committee since 2005, when I was president of that association. And then it was not enough, so I founded Korean Society of Project Management in 2010. But still this society is small. That is the problem. That's why I want to claim that Korea project management must be sustainable. We need. Okay, so see here, approach for collaboration of PM organizations. This Saturday, I'm going to have a conference. I'm the organizing committee chair, but I'm here because my organizing committee members are working hard. And before I came, right. I just control. Yes, I check every day. Yes, through the message, I check the progress, but almost everything is set up. So I expect some success of the conference this Saturday. But here, very constant, I also put the slogan as respect each society. Okay? But we must work together for development of Korean project management. So Carrie and I have the same philosophy, right? Yes. So, but I think in order to be sustainable of these projects in Korea, education must be the first. Okay. So I opened Master of Science in Project Management in 2006. It was the first in Korea for the in engineering field. Okay, and also from this year I opened Global Project Management Education for all graduate students. This is a common course for all graduate students, regardless of their majors. So we will see what's going to be the effect of this education. And also there are many prestigious international journals on project management. Okay, and the KMI investigated International Journal of Project Management since 1987 to end of 2016. And so we have studied about more than 2,000 papers. And here, UK, US, Australia, and so on. Okay. So Australia, you have very strong project management basis, and also you did lots of contribution to the research. And this is the number of papers each year. And also here, when we surveyed, we investigated communication and human resources are the hot topics. Recently, the big circle, this one is about human resources. Okay. And also, in middle of the 1990s, quality, since Six Sigma. Okay, so Six Sigma also adapted to project management. So quality related topics are very hot, and also communication, and so near to 2000. So Y2K problem, and so on. So therefore, the research of project management is also developing, but trend is changing. So we need to study, and we need to share current status of the project management of Australia and of Korea every year, and then maybe we will have a mutual development in project management. Okay, so since time is limited, I'm going to stop here for my presentation, and thank you very much.